Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Brewing Live, all new season, episode number 571 in the new landscape, mental preparedness in the new landscape of living amidst the challenges of our present time. And Brewing Live is a community service of DCAP Copy Republic, the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. And our coaching hub at Life Coach Philippines. And we're now brewing Wellness Connection. And we are doing Radical Healing series for the month of January. And today, live streaming is dubbed as Relationship Leadership. The live streaming is in partnership with Life Coach Philippines, and our heart here as game changers is to brew mental fitness in your space and help nurture holistic mental health for you and the people that matters to you. So shout out to all of our kindred coaches who are serving in this corner of the digital space and advancing life coaching ethically and authentically, giving us a lifestyle that never goes out of style. And as you see the value of what we're doing and what we're providing, we appreciate a few sending stars in there. If you appreciate the work that we do, if you are getting value in it, if you are able to implement some of the things that we're learning or we're sharing with you, please bless us in that space. For Decap Copy Republic, visit us. If you want to experience Decap Copy Republic, you can visit us at Pioneer Center Compound along Pioneer Road, corner Bixon and United Streets in Capitolio, Pasig City. We're open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And Decap Copy Republic exists to help clients in experiencing healing and breakthrough by providing a safe space for inspiration to begin with a cup of coffee and transformation to happen through the platform of life coaching. We are more than just a traditional cafe that serves favorite and classic food like sausage platters. But we have waffles, bagels, cakes, milkshakes, and coffee-based drinks. And we also help individuals to make a therapeutic lifestyle change with our line of plant-based meals. We have a natural fruit juices, keto products, and we have sugar replacement syrups of organic and wine and tea. Decaf Coffee Republic is also an exclusive distributor of David's Faith Insulin Wine and Tea at the areas of Mandaluyong and Parañaque. And we have our hashtag Save One campaign against diabetes, which is ongoing. I invite you to join us as a reseller and be a brand ambassador to help raise awareness of the sugar regulator products and help the fight of debilitating symptoms of the effects of diabetes. Please check our FB page for the menu of our sumptuous meals and refreshing drinks or connect with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661 to partner with Decaf Cup Republic in advancing our wellness in your space, health and wellness in your space. If you just joined, maraming salamat, welcome, and thank you for being here. It's a Saturday afternoon. Thank you, Master Coach Jasmine and Coach Tin. Please circulate this video. Let's help people in the digital space. Let's help them, gain knowledge and have some tips and strategies as well for them to work on the relationship. I'm going to teach you something that I have learned in my experience and also share with you what I've learned from Master Coach A and a toolkit that you can utilize for you to start, strengthening the relationship that you have. Maybe you as a man or maybe as a woman who've gone through a season of infidelity and you are the one who is wanting to rekindle and rebuild the relationship that you have with your spouse and you don't know what to do next, what to move forward, how to do things, then I'm going to help you out in here by sharing you some of the learnings that I have as well, and you can avoid filling up the wounds in there and start healing with your journey. All right, for all of you who's joining us, tag your friends and loved ones in there. Give them a shout out, give them some motivation and encouragement in there. Give them that, hey, tell them that there is a way. There is a way. There is hope. There's faith. There we can start making the change if you want to do. As for me, let me give a shout out to all of our mental model collectors inside the Be-Learning Society of Master Coach A. If you are one who desires to experience transformations in the areas of your health, wealth, and relationship, then I invite you to join us inside the Be Learning Society as the one of the mental model collector. Yesterday, we learned about the Newtonian mental model, and if you know about Isaac Newton's law, which is the law of inertia, you have the law of acceleration, and you have the law of interaction. You can utilize that actually in your day-to-day lives because it's a law, right? If you are able to learn a lot of different things and it's something that you would able to help you to fulfill your goals. Now it's only a couple of days before we end January, and most often than not, what we do in December and January is we plan out what we want to achieve for this year. Now, if you are someone who is wanting to have a deeper understanding of what's limiting you last 2022, you want to learn from that and you want to implement your learnings in 2023, then the Newtonian mental model will help you understand what's pulling you and what's pushing you as well. Because, if there's an equal force that is being instilled or being pushed in you, then you will not move. You need to have a stronger force in you for you to be able to propel yourself, push yourself, move yourself forward, rather than holding you back and limiting you from living the life that you want. And if that is something that you want to learn, if you want to have some session with there, message us here at the Copy Republic. We'll be happy to help you on your journey, or go and visit there, talk to Coach Rezzhel in there or Coach Mao and learn with them, and you can implement this on your day-to-day life. Now, Be Learning Society is a tent maker of the Be Learning Home for mental fitness. On the top of the food and beverage discount you are enjoying, you also get a 90-minute free coaching session from Life Coach Philippines, from the coaches of Life Coach Philippines. And if you are interested to know more about how this can benefit to you, just connect with Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661. All right? Now we are diving in today's conversation. Thank you, Coach Mao. I'm going to talk about the 3 definitions of an affair. Again, please do tag and your friends and forward this video link and invite your others in the conversation for Radical Healing Series. As for me, I am Life Coach Shaun. I'm the man from Pasig City. I'm professional certified life and mental health coach. I've been in the corporate world for 15 years. I've also been married for 20 years. I'm a father for 20 years now. And I'm sharing to you some of the things that I've learned, some of the things that I don't want you to experience, or I don't want you to do. And I want you to really have a grasp of this, so that you are now working on strengthening your partnership with your spouse. If you've gone through a season of infidelity because of a handful of reasons that took you towards taking that action, but of course we know that going through infidelity, if you are the one who cheated, we know that that is not the right way of doing it. But of course we have a lot of reasons in there, the reason why we're doing it, and understanding where it's coming from, why it's happening to you, will allow you to have a grip on it so it doesn't happen again in the future. Again, you're protecting yourself first, and also you're protecting your spouse and your family, for them to not experience that pain, that suffering, as they continue in healing process. While you are healing, they are healing in the process too. Now, if you are going to watch this on a replay in the future, just comment in their hashtag replay, and do send us a message if you wish to connect with any of the points that resonates with you. You may also find this video in the comment below, or in the caption below. Do follow, subscribe in the YouTube channel, so that you will get notified for future learnings. All right. So I'm going to talk about the 3 definitions of an affair. This is coming from Esther Perel. Now, she's someone who's an expert in this domain, and I'm going to share this with you because I've been going through and having a deeper understanding as well, while learning from expert, that this is what really defines an affair. Now, an affair, based on what she shared, and also you will also get some other explanation in here. I'm not saying that this is the full explanation. I'm going to highlight this because for me, this is really what is connecting with me, that I want to share with you, and you want to have a conversation with yourself, and hire a professional to help you out, or maybe someone that you can have a conversation with and really identify where is it currently, what are the actions that you have that's hurting your relationship. Sometimes people who are cheating thinks that the things that they're doing right now is not really a form of cheating or a form of infidelity. But the more that you're able to understand this, the better it is for you to put yourself in the perspective of your spouse. Now, if your spouse is going through a stage in which they're emotional, they're hurt, they're in pain, they're crying, and all of these things that is hinting you, giving you a hint, telling you, or making you feel that they're in pain or they're hurt, then it's about time for you to really stop and make an assessment of where you're at, and if the things that you're doing right now, is that really something that you want to pass on to the next generation, or you want to be able to start making that change. All right. So 3 definitions on an affair. The first one is a secretive relationship, right? A secretive relationship. This is, as she said, the core of the affair. Yeah, this is the core structure of an affair, which is the relationship is being hidden to a partner. Now, if you have a relationship in there in which your spouse or your partner doesn't know about, and we would say, Coach, there are some relationship that I have in a workplace that I feel it's a professional relationship. That is still, if you're not sharing with that, maybe you have a project with this person, or maybe you're having some moment with this person because of certain, projects, certain deliverables, certain conversations that you're having, but it's something that, something you're hiding from your spouse, then it's about time for you to stop and make assessment. Ask yourself, why is it that this relationship, this connection, this interaction you're hiding to your spouse? Because that hiding something from your spouse means that there is something in there that you don't want them to know. And in any relationship, it needs to be an open conversation that each and every one of you are honest with each other. You're trustful that in any case, what's going on, if you're experiencing some stress, some pressures in there, then you're opening this up and you're not hiding that relationship. So I want for you to make an assessment of your current relationship that you have. What relationship that you have outside of your marriage that you are hiding from your spouse? When I say you're hiding, maybe unintentionally you're not hiding it, but you not talking about it, that it's happening. It's, you're having that connection, you're having that interaction, is already a secretive relationship. It can be a professional relationship, it can be a business relationship, it can be a hobby relationship, whatever that is. If you're hiding that, then that is already a start of an affair. It's a secretive relationship that is not openly being discussed, so that at the end of the day, the purpose of that, of you sharing to your spouse, is you are protected, that it doesn't go and advance to the next level. All right. Thank you, Coach Nords. Thank you, Coach Glacy, for joining. Thank you for tagging your friends as well. Now, that is the first one, secretive relationship. That is a definition of affair based on Esther Perel. Number two is an emotional connection. Now, for men, you're just gonna explain. For men, some men would think that an emotional connection with a woman is not cheating or it's not an affair. But the reality is, it is. Remember, men, that when you are having an emotional connection to the degree which you're not sharing to your spouse, and I talk to the woman out there as well, if you're not sharing that with your spouse openly, and if you're not sharing your emotions, you're not sharing your thoughts, you're not sharing your feelings, and specific thoughts, feelings, or emotions to your spouse, and you're sharing this with another person, that is already a form of an affair. And it's common for people to defend themselves that, hey, there's no contact, right? There's no holding hands, there's no kissing, there's no sex and what have you, all of these different things. But I tell you, when you are in a relationship outside of your marriage, that you're starting to share some emotions, you're starting to share some dissatisfaction, you're starting to share some thoughts that you have that you're not comfortable, or you're not courageous enough to tell your spouse, then that is already a buildup of emotional connection. So that is already starting an affair. So be mindful of that. Make an assessment of who are the relationship that you have right now that you're sharing your emotions with, you're sharing your thoughts with. And I'm saying that in a context that you're sharing all of these things, but you're not sharing to your spouse, then that is already a start of an affair. So be mindful, because as you continue and negate or neglect or tell to yourself that this is not true, then it's gonna go to the next level. The third, based on Esther Perel, that defines an affair is a sexual alchemy. And I'm talking about this is which the normal affair would be. That there is contact already, there is an sexual interaction, and all of these things that's common that's being talked about. Now, that is the next level of that, which is, as we all know it, that is where a lot of things in a lot of relationship goes out. Now, all of these things, if you think about it, whether you have a reason, whether you are trying to fulfill something that is not being fulfilled in the marriage, there is a way for you to find a solution in there that doesn't go into a state of affair, infidelity, or cheating. See, what one of the biggest challenge of individual of them expressing themselves is they fear that what their needs are or what their desires are nakakaya. It's something that they're not super proud of. It's shameful. It's guiltful. But as you continue to hide this and feel that in other areas of your life, whether it be in your work, whether it be in your profession, whether it be in your business, whether it be in other relationship, then that's gonna be detrimental to your, you know, relationship health. It's gonna be detrimental. Now, what Esther Perel said that one of the causes of people going through an affair is more of a desire that they want to fulfill that the affair would fulfill. Now, it's common for when people have a desire, what activates is um, the need for us to fulfill it. But unfortunately, the solutions that we choose is not commensurate to the result that we want. And I say that in a context that at the end of the day, you love your spouse, right? You love your spouse, you have a connection with them, you've committed to them or to her or to him that you will do everything to be honest in the relationship. But because of your past experiences, that can be a trauma, that can be a pain that you've experienced, that can be an emotional um, explosion that your brain was not able to process, was not able to understand. So the tendency is subconsciously you're fulfilling it in other means or forms. But unfortunately, that is not helping your relationship. It's putting more dent in there, it's putting more scratch, it's putting more tension, in which the relationship is eventually being stretched and stretched and stretched up until such time that it will break. Now, based on Estelle Perel, what people use or what people do when they're deciding something is they're deciding three things. One, they're deciding for attention. Number two is they're deciding to feel special. And number three, they're deciding to feel important. Now, this one, if you take a look at the three, while it's easy to say, yeah, my spouse doesn't make me feel that I'm good looking, that what I'm doing is good. They just focus on the negative. They just focus on the not so good things that I'm doing. And I feel all of these different things. Well, that is a valid, of course, a valid reason. What I wanted to ask you as well is to start reflecting on what kind of attention do you want? If you're the man, if you're the woman who is currently cheating or is currently having an affair, what attention do you really want? And is the attention that you're getting right now in your affair really fulfilling your desires? The feeling of being special, the relationship that you have right now outside of marriage, do you really feel special? Are you really someone who is being treated like an equal? Are you someone who's being treated like someone who's very um, special in a way that it's not about the status that you have, it's not about the money that you have, it's not even about the security or the protection that this person will be giving you. And the desire to be feel important, like what is important to you? Is something important to you really you saying that it's important, or if it's something that was embedded to you by society, by your parents, by the culture that you live in, and even the environment that you have? The desires that we have, and it's unfortunate where instead of us finding or fulfilling that inside our marriage, we tend to find that elsewhere, because these desires, as I've said a while ago, causes us shame. So then every time you start thinking about, okay, my wife or my husband seems to unable to fulfill these desires that I have, I ask of you, is, are you making an assessment of the reason why these desires are not being filled? And this desires really valid? It is something that your spouse might not be giving it to you because maybe they're insensitive, maybe they're not mindful, maybe they're busy with their work, maybe they're busy with their business. Or is this desire something that you haven't opened up, you haven't shared with other people, you haven't had a conversation with your spouse, that you sat down and really tell them that, hey, I know that this is going to be painful conversation, but I want to share this with you because I want to make sure that our relationship is strengthened in a way that would allow us both to grow. And if there are any pains, any struggles, any suffering that we're experiencing right now from our past, we're supporting each other to heal that. And we're also helping each other, where we're also investing on ourselves to be aware of it, to acknowledge it, and to take action to be better. Make an assessment of where you're at right now and come into a space in which it's not judgmental. At times there will be some reasons behind why we're doing these things. And some of the reasons would be valid. Some of the reasons would be still to be processed. Some reasons would be still unknown. What differentiates, doing good things and bad things, it's the behavior that we have. If we have a desires that's not being fulfilled, are we sitting down and raising our hands and say, I need help, I need support, I need a deeper understanding on this? Or are we finding other ways to solve that problem outside of that marriage? And remember, commitment, when you commit to your spouse, it means that you will work on each other and you work everything as a couple. And I'm sharing you with this so that, again, you don't go the same process, you don't go the same experience as I have, and you would really get the grip of this. Because the more that you get a grip, the more that you're getting the support, the more that you understand the reasons behind or beneath your actions. So how do you heal wounds? You might ask, okay, I've hurt my spouse, I've hurt my husband, I hurt my wife, and I'm trying to make amends. I want to change. I want to, you know, rebuild the relationship from the ground up. Okay. How do you heal the wounds of your spouse? Just one thing, that you need to start being intentional and open-heartedly, open heart surgery. Start doing this is to repent. Really start repenting. Repenting is a feeling and an act or recognizing that we did wrong, and we are wanting to make it right. And the simple term is, it's admitting that you are guilty. I mean, you did it. Even if it's an external force, even if you say that, oh, because that other person was doing this and so on, I was trying to say no, but eventually, things get out of hand and this happened and so on. Acknowledge that you are part of that action. Because if you didn't say yes to it, if you didn't advance to it, then it couldn't have happened. Be a man to admit that, hey, I made a mistake. It was a dumb move. It was a stupid move. I need help. I need help. I need support, and I want to be able to start healing that. So repenting. 3 tips to repent. Okay. Number 1, how is repenting means? What does it look like? It's a solemn promise or resolve not to repeat the offense. Okay. If you cheated, if you had an affair, at all cost, whatever it takes, whether it be you're gonna have a professional with you to help you out, have an accountability partner, when you promise, do not repeat the offense. Do not repeat it. That is a solemn promise that you have. So that's the first one. Number 2, a repentance is an attempt to make restitution for the wrong. It means that you will continue on ensuring that whatsoever it's in you, in your mind, and in your emotions, you're working on that, you're doing better, and you're having a more grasp of it rather than allowing your, urges or your bodily needs to take over you. That you allow the human side of you and your will to get a grip, be on control. And the third is, you're looking for some ways to reverse the harmful effects of the wrong wherever possible. And this three needs intentionality. And when I say intentionality, you really need to sit down and plan for it, you know, hoping that the best will be okay, eventually in time. They say time heals all wounds, but it heals when you do something about it. Like when you get cut, it will heal, but your body is doing something to heal. That's the same goes with any relationship. You need to do something for it to heal, for you if you want to rebuild the bond. And as someone who has an affair, you must be intentional and deliberate in creating a plan of action to rehabilitate your relationship. There's a program that Master Coach A has called CPR. If your spouse is in the space that needs CPR, you need to get out of the overwhelm of the emotions, and you want to have them come back. Maybe your spouse is currently she's there but not there. He's there but not there. If you want to revive them, take advantage of the CPR program with Master Coach A. What I'm gonna give you is some tips that you can start doing. Maybe you want to try it out first on your own, and you want to rehabilitate your relationship, and you want to start changing the way that you see your spouse, and also the way that you see the relationship. So what I'm gonna ask you is very simple. Get a pen and paper, or watch this replay again. Create a checklist. Just create a checklist and do this on a regular basis to strengthen your bond. All right? I hope you're ready to work on this. Number one. Sorry. Before I go on, first, I'm going to give you 5 tips. For every tips that you exercise, you practice, just put in there, have I used this? If you use this, yes. If it was effective, then ask yourself, what was this effective? Then put a tick. And add in there, if it wasn't effective, and it wasn't effective. If it was effective, then just put in some notes in there. It was effective because I approach it in a way that I was sincere about this behavior. I'm not doing this because I need to please the other person. I'm really doing this from the bottom of my heart, and I want to be able to fix that marriage. All right. So first step that you would do, okay, every single day, again, from the heart, not from your mind. Do this from your heart, because your spouse will know if what you're doing is really authentic. Okay. Number one. Tip number one. Kiss your partner as soon as you woke up or you wake up, before you go to work, when you come home from work, and before you go to bed. So that's the first one. Then, as you write that down, ask yourself, have you tried this tip? You can try that tomorrow or tonight, when you go to bed. Take a look at it. And was it effective? Effectivity, of course, is subjective. But for me, effectivity is something that allows you at least to see your partner gain back the trust in you. Because that trust, I tell you, when that's broken, it's very, very, very difficult to get back. And you need to put all of your heart and effort in there to fix that. All right? So that's the first one. Number 2 is surprise your partner with their favorite baked treats. Okay. Favorite baked treats. So it's there. If you don't know that, now if you're a man, you might have not, ask your spouse in it. Be creative. Ask their friends, ask your kids, ask whoever, parents, and so on. Whoever still have faith in you that you will change. Ask them, what is the big treat that's favorite of your spouse? So that's the second. Number 3 is jointly take part in activities you once enjoyed as teenagers or as college or whatever, elementary, I don't know. Just find something that both of you can enjoy it. One, it's a good experience. Two, it's a good experience for you or for your spouse. And three, it's something that you have something in common that you can talk about. It's just strengthen and reconnects the bond in there. Put some spark in there to connect something to that street. Number four is go paintballing, golfing, swimming, or walking together. We're gonna try paintballing soon. I think we're gonna try golfing. Swimming, we do that all the time, or walking together. But golfing, probably will do that. Just try something. Try an activity that would allow you to get to know each other. The number five, this one, for the husband out there, hear me out. Number five is be more accepting of your partner's friends, and even if you have your differences, respect them. Or I want to expand this, that your spouse have different beliefs, they have different values, they have different ways of seeing things, they have different ways of doing this. Be more accepting, because that one, when you accept your spouse in that perspective, you are more grateful about what is working, what is good, and what is positive. And I'm going to give you a bonus tip. Number six is once a week, take a me time. Take a me time for yourself and allow your partner to have the same. Make an assessment, make a reflection of how the week is going on for you, how the weeks are going on as far as the household is concerned. What are the things that's working? What are the things that's not working? What are the things that you need help with or support with? And come together afterwards and have a conversation and share this with your spouse. That one, when you start doing that, I tell you, it's going to really change the way that you see your relationship. And as you continue on, start building a list of activities that you have, continue to strengthen it, have a bond with your partner. And if you're in the state which you're struggling right now, things are, high in emotions, you're really not able to advance because of what's going on and what you did, message us here at GCash Republic. We'll be able to help you out, or you can visit our page, Life Coach Philippines, as well, and help you out, create a program for you that will help you to really get that relationship back. And I always believe that when you come into a relationship, there's always a reason behind that. There's love in there, right? Some part of you told yourself that your spouse, that person that you will be marrying, that person that you will be with for the longest time or forever or till death do us part, you've seen beauty in there. So remind yourself that time. Appreciate that beauty. Appreciate that and remind yourself that, hey, you've seen something in that person and you want to be able to hone and develop that person. But because of the experiences that you have, you're not able to get that support. We're not able to raise our hands and say we need help. A lot of things happen, and that's where you're at. So accept it. It's true for you right now. What you're experiencing right now is true. What you've done is true for you, but it doesn't define you in the future. It defines you today, every single day, as you continue to be the same person as you are. That is a definitive moment of the kind of future that you're creating. But if you decide to change, then things will be better. Remember, create a loving and caring and safe space for your family. Take that leadership, lead that relationship that you want. But of course, the most important part is when you are clear of the kind of relationship that you want, then ask yourself, are you the person right now that's ready for the kind of relationship? And if you're not yet there, then work on that. Invest in yourself and become better. All right? Thank you for joining me in supporting advancement of mental fitness. I would like to invite you to join us at GCash Republic. We have a nightly face-to-face community service. Later, I'm going to talk about, it's going to be Comfy Sundays for life. And I'm going to talk about something that would help individuals really start discovering how they can utilize creativity in the relationship. And I've learned in time. I'm 40 years old right now. I've learned the value of understanding or relearning creativity. And later at 7:30 p.m., there's no live here, by the way. So it's not recorded. So if you want to experience this, go to the Cup Cup Republic. I'm going to teach you about the unconventional creative ways to harmonious relationship. And I'm going to teach you Edward de Bono's 6 habit method that you can utilize this to problem solve communication gaps between your spouse and you. And if this is something that you're super excited, I'm super excited for this class actually. I'm inviting you to join me later. It's a free class. You don't have to pay for it. Just bless the food, of course. Bless the space by ordering your food and beverage. And then you can start utilizing this to really enjoy the relationship that you have, solve problems, solve conflicts, and really just reigniting that relationship. So that's going to be later, Comfy Sundays. Tomorrow, Coach Tin will talk about walk along with Coach Tin, and Coach Tin is now deeply on a deeper level your relationship with yourself and how you see yourself and how you see other people. It's the inner game that you will work on. So join her tomorrow. That's going to be a powerful conversation as well. Group Tuesday is all about habits with Master Coach Jasmine. 95% of our way that we behave are habits. So if you want to improve your habits, that is where you can learn. Purpose Wednesday, Away in a Day with Coach Rezzhel, of course, talks about purpose. We all need some recognition of our purpose, clarity of our purpose. Then Strengthening Thursday, Coaching for the Soul with Master Coach A is a healing from the soul, healing of your soul, healing of who you are. And finally, strengthening your mental fitness and mental toughness in there. Then Fab Saturday, if you want to sing, if you want to enjoy some spoken word, open mic with Coach Orville. All right. Now, if you are interested to become a professional service provider as a life coach or mental health coach, I would like to invite you to contact Coach Rezzhel at 0917-586-1661 to know more about the Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. We are now accepting application for mental health certification and internship program. So we're going to have that. It's a little limited slot. So hopefully I will see you as my classmate in there. Just connect with Coach Rezzhel for reservation assistance. Join us back tomorrow, same time and same digital space for episode 572, The Great Goal Setting Myths with Coach Tin, of course, my partner. And thank you very much for joining us. We do this every single day at 12 noon. This is Life Coach Shaun, mentally fit to serve you in behalf of Life Coach Philippines. Maraming salamat. This is us in the Philippines. Love, bam, boom. See you again tomorrow. Have a great, great Sunday. Bye-bye.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.